Okay. Okay. Hold on just a minute. Okay. Okay. Test, test. Bear with me, folks. Okay. All right. I think we have audio now. Okay. Okay. Hello, everyone. Okay, I believe we have everything working. Let's go check the chat. Nobody's wanting to chat today, I don't think. Yep, no messages yet. Okay, guys, so I just figured you guys might want to be entertained for 5 or 10 minutes. So here's 5 or 10 minutes entertainment right here. Um, yeah, so entertainment. Let's do that. Um, so I don't know. I'm not sure. Like we could do some programming. Um, kind of like to talk about the changes to my website here. Let's talk about those for a minute, shall we? That would be an interesting topic right there. You guys are welcome to get in the chat room, if you want to ask me questions or something. Okay, we're gonna just. Okay, so but this right here is my website. I just did a little bit of a redesign, mostly a back end redesign, I should say. But there was a little bit of redesign, right? And yeah, so I've been doing a little bit of redesign work on it here, and you can see that's the home page on the screen, and then the videos page is really cool. This actually pulls from Google's API or YouTube's API, and displays all my videos that are on my main channel. And so if we scroll down through here, there's something going on though that the first video seems to be populating twice. I need to figure out why that is. So that's a little bug you guys might have noticed. You've been going to the site the last few. Actually, hold on. There's two of every so many videos. Interesting. That is. I didn't even realize it was that kind of a bug. Okay, well, we'll figure it out. But yeah, there's some kind of an issue here, and yeah, I don't know what the issue is. This is the about me page, basically just about me. I mean, that's all it is. Um, my favorite thing that I've done is I've really I not only have I changed the look a little bit, yeah, but one of the other things that I've changed recently with this update is if we do a resize, the mobile responsiveness is really good. So you can see when we get to a certain size, we get the mobile menu and everything, which is really cool. And if we go back to desktop, that goes away. The other thing too is if we go into mobile, you'll notice everything resizes. Look at the video players and everything, the description boxes. These descriptions also are pulled from the YouTube API for that video. So it's kind of like having a mini watch page from YouTube on my site that I control the design of and what's displayed. So it's pretty cool. And yeah, one more reason that programming is a pretty cool thing to be able to do is all that capability that you have. It's pretty interesting. Um, I think it is really interesting. So anyway, so yeah, so that was something that I've been doing. And if we take a look at the source, for example, the home page, it's it's kind of complicated. The uh, everything is here. So if we take a look, I think I've zoomed that in enough for you guys to be able to see. Yeah, that you guys should be able to see that on the low quality stream, I would think. But anyways, so like this right here is really important among, well, all this is important, but this right here, we're waiting for the web page to load, and at that point what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and find everything that has the all the items that have a class of side dot side nav, and we're going to get those instances, or we're going to take those elements, create instances of the materialized side nav on all those elements. We're going to pass no options to it. That's why there's null there, and then we get our instances back. That's what allows the mobile stuff to work. This right here is our menu on the side, and our back end, which is written in Python, will actually generate the nav based on what pages are there. So if that you're looking at this and you see a page, that's how it's doing it. It's pretty cool, right? And this is our regular nav, which again is also generated by that. So this is the vincentmagger.com thing. Then right here we have the mobile menu button, which is those three little black lines. And then down here, this is the desktop menu. So you can see right there where it says hide on medium and down. Um, what that means is if it's on a device that's got a smaller than what Materialize defines as a medium screen, which is basically a laptop. So if you're on a laptop, like it's going to display this, but anything smaller than that, like a tablet or something like that, you're going to get well, I don't know about a tablet, but I know that a phone would get the mobile experience. That's what they consider small as the phone, I believe, which is the next size down. So it's not really that fancy, but I just kind of wanted to show it off here a little bit. Some of the stuff you see up here, we're referencing Materialize and everything. And there's a reference for jQuery in here for some reason. I don't even know why that's in there. We're not using any jQuery, I don't think. So I know we used to have some jQuery when we were using Bootstrap like 20 years ago. I guess that reference never was removed by me. Oops. Oh, interesting. The look at that. I did the full screen resize and it didn't get the memo. Let's refresh. It should have. Huh. Well, I don't know what that was all about. Oh, I know what it is. It's because we zoomed the page. That's why. That's why. Yeah, there we go. Started to say. Oops. Started to say, what was that all about? Um, okay, so. But yeah, no, that right there's the home page and everything. And I'm streaming this to the other machine from OBS, so this is using NDI. This is just kind of a hangout stream. Don't expect this to be very professional. So, and then OBS on another machine is actually streaming this. That's why this one doesn't. That's why this doesn't say it's streaming right now. But you guys are seeing this on YouTube. So that's pretty cool. And hold on a minute. I think I have a shot with me in the camera. Um, but anyways, so yeah, so we have that going on. I just got this laptop the other day. Um, Installed a few things on it. I got Android Studio on it. We can go look at that. I was kind of messing around with that, so that's kind of cool. So I installed Android Studio on it. I don't really don't know much about Android development to be honest, but I'm just kind of playing around with it a little bit. So experimentation is the mother of invention, right? So you know, um, but I would kind of like to get into doing some mobile app stuff. So you know, I'm not really that keen on Apple's stuff, so I'd probably do whatever it's going to be on Android first, just because it's easier to develop under Linux. For Android, I mean, you got stuff like React Native and stuff that kind of changes that, but I don't really care much for React, to be honest. It's all right, I guess, but I just don't really like it. It's just to me, React overcomplicates something that could be really simple. So that's kind of my philosophy on it. but you know, that's kind of my opinion on it. Um, anyways, but just figured I'd hang out with you guys a little bit here. Android Studio is finishing loading now. Grab me a soda, or grab me a sip of my soda here real quick. but but anyways, so yeah, so I've been kind of playing around with Android Studio a little bit lately, and it runs really good on that laptop. But it's by the way, when I say that laptop, I mean a ThinkPad. Um, the ThinkPads run Linux really well. They're actually pretty nice. And anyways, but yeah, the ThinkPads are nice. They run Linux really well. I mean, I'm actually really surprised, and I shouldn't be, how well the driver support on these things is. I mean, just the like here, if I go into the drivers crap here real quick. Well, hold on. Uh, hmm. Here we go. Um, well, no, actually, that's not it. That's the wrong thing. What I want. Well, huh. I may not be able to get it from the search. Hold on. So, oh, here it is, right here. It is under this. Forgot that they changed it from being a separate dialogue to just being part of this. So, but you can see right there, it's probably a little blurry because the text is small, but it says no additional drivers. And it's working perfectly fine. The graphics work fine, the audio works fine, the Wi Fi works fine. I mean, virtually nothing really requires the need for crap. Virtually nothing requires the need for a custom install of a driver on this laptop, which is really nice. So what I've heard about ThinkPads for years on Linux is very true. They run it better than, from what I've seen, any laptop ever has. I mean, there may be some others out there that run it really well, like the custom built Linux laptops. Yeah, I'm sure those probably run Linux really well too. But I'd say that that's probably the only ones that really it's kind of on the same ground with. So yeah. But anyways, I hope everybody's Thanksgiving went really well. If you're not in the States, I know Canada celebrated their Thanksgiving as they always do in October. But for our U.S. viewers, which most of my audience is from the U.S. Well, and Canada, so hence the reference to Canada there. So just sipping a soda here, folks, and hanging out. But yeah, no, it's really surprising. I'll tell you something else that's really surprising too, guys. 1804 runs really well. Ubuntu 1804 runs really well, and I was nervous to move to it because I don't know why. I guess I just had a bad feeling about it. I don't know. Um, so I'm not really sure why I had a bad feeling about it though, but I did. Um, my my all my other machines, I have a bunch of machines that run Linux. I have a couple laptops, a couple desktops that run Linux. Every other system that's running Ubuntu, not all of them even run Ubuntu, but almost all of them run Ubuntu or something based on Ubuntu. I have one machine that runs CentOS 6. That runs the Mallet radio broadcast, or at least it's supposed to. Right now, it's actually not running that broadcast, but it's supposed to be. But my production machine, the one that's streaming the video right now that you're watching, that one is running Ubuntu 16.04 with the GNOME 3 desktop. Then I've got, which is it's just Ubuntu GNOME, the distro. On my desktop upstairs, I've also got Ubuntu running. It's running 16.04 as well. That one is running Ubuntu 16.04, and I'm running Mate on that for the desktop environment. But it's actually not the Ubuntu Mate distro. I actually took the regular Ubuntu and installed Mate on top of that one. So, and that's been running that for a couple years. That machine actually, my main desktop started on 14.04 as a dual boot, and then that 1404 install. I upgraded to 1604, and I probably should just do a reinstall on it before putting it on 1804 because it's been a long time since it's had a fresh install. Sometimes it's just good to clear it out. Got a lot of old crap on it I don't need, and just clear out the old hard drive. And then I got a laptop, an old laptop over here. It's a compact. That's a piece of crap. About the only thing that thing's good for is to sit there and look at a web page. I mean, it won't even play video back very good these days. It's low power and everything. I'm not trying to complain about compact in general. It's just this machine, is not very good. I mean, under Windows it would barely do anything. It was so slow. On Linux it will actually fly, but it still doesn't play video very good. You can play video in VLC though just fine, but like trying to play like a YouTube video on YouTube.com or something, yeah, that doesn't work very well. So the solution is if you're going to watch video on that laptop, download it or something and then put it in VLC. But I don't really use that laptop for much. It plays music really good, and so what I mainly use it for is it's just a spare computer down in my office, the basement, whatever you want to call this place. And what I'll do is I'll use it to play music. I have a couple nice PA speakers down here on a nice PA amp, and I'll just use that to play music. And so that's my main thing that I'll do with it. As far as the laptop goes, it plays music really good. I actually used to have Lubuntu on it. I don't anymore. And when I had Lubuntu on it, there was some weird audio issues on it, and it was weird. Like the audio would be, it was like somebody would mute the audio for like a 50, like maybe like a 50th of a second or something, and then unmute it real fast. Um, Obviously that's not what it was. I'm guessing the processor or something, was having issues with the audio driver or something, and that was causing, some kind of an audio issue. And I really got to get rid of the freaking screensaver on this machine, the one that's on the screen here for you guys, because that thing right there. I mean, I hate screensavers. I usually turn them off on all my machines. I'd rather them just go straight to sleep. Well, actually, that's what this one does. But I don't want it to do that because I use this to show stuff on the air all the time, and I'll have stuff set there for a few minutes for you guys sometimes. So, especially, especially when I'm just rambling on like I am now, right? Anyways, but yeah, hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. Oh, I almost forgot. I was gonna say that laptop now runs Elementary OS, which it's fine. It's not the latest Elementary OS. It's actually the one before that. I need to actually upgrade it. Elementary OS runs okay, but I have to say I have issues with it. Like the dock on there, I'll have to show you guys the issues I have with the dock on it someday. But the dock, it's a minor issue, but I'm very picky. Okay, well the dock on there, the dock does not highlight the way I want. Like when it shows in applications in use. And it's very annoying to me that it doesn't do that because to me that right there is obvious. It should highlight correctly, and it highlights in a weird way. And I don't know, maybe that's just some limitation of the way they're doing the dock. I don't know exactly, but it's done that for me ever since I used Elementary OS. But it doesn't do it all the time though. It does it on some applications, but not others. Maybe it's an issue with those applications and the dock not working correctly. I don't know, but regardless, it's kind of annoying. But otherwise it's not that bad. I mean, Elementary OS isn't too bad. There's some issues I kind of have with it, so. And everybody and their brother messages me on Facebook during my live streams instead of going in the chat. I have a chat, guys, on this stream to talk to you. And speaking of that, let me check the chat. Oh, interesting. One of the people that messaged me on Facebook also messaged me on or not messaged me, but got in the Facebook chat, the YouTube chat, excuse me. So, hello, Joss Keaton fan. Interesting username. I'll give you credit where where it's due. That's definitely unique. Um, but anyways, so yeah. So anyways, but thanks for joining us, or thanks for joining me. I should say. Yeah, thanks for joining me. Um, this is just kind of just to reiterate for people that are just joining us. This is just me rambling about crap. So, if you're fine with that, stay tuned. But yeah, no. Anyways, I was just talking about Elementary OS on my laptop for those just tuning in. But yeah, no, I this was me messing around. This is what I was talking about a minute ago. Um, Android Studio. I'd been messing around with this on a different machine, and so I just put it on this ThinkPad too, and it's actually it's kind of fun to play with. Um, I forgot I don't have the emulator stuff set up yet on this machine. This app is just a blank app, anyways. Don't send usage details to Google. I don't give a crap. I don't want Google to know that I'm playing around with their freaking software. Uh, so yeah, but so I was gonna try and see if I could get Tyler to join me, but he didn't answer my calls earlier, so I'm guessing he's busy. We did talk earlier, so if you guys are wondering why Tyler didn't join me, he's kind of my tag along from the users group. Me and him seem to do a lot of live streams together these days, mainly for the users group, but figured it'd be kind of interesting to have somebody to bounce back and forth on talking with. Um, you know, but it's actually really good, and the video is coming from this laptop, which I just think is really nice via NDI, and it actually runs really, really nicely. It really does, and so that's always nice. Um, but yeah, no, there's some pretty cool stuff here. Um, so, but I've been messing around with a lot of different stuff lately, guys. I mean, did a redesign on the website, which I just showed you guys a few minutes ago as well. Actually, maybe what I should do, give me a minute. Let me show you the code that I wrote for our backend. Why not? I ain't got nothing better to do. Let's just so. I'm sure you guys would get a kick out of this. I'm gonna have to log into another machine on the network here. Okay. Okay, right here. Okay. Now, let's see here. Should be at the bottom or close to it. Maybe I should just search for this. So be warned, guys. This is not meant to be entertaining. I mean, if it is, that's good. But this is kind of like accidentally entertaining, I guess you could say. I'm not intending this to be entertaining, I guess. It's the way I should say it. This is. I mean, I'm intending it to be entertaining to somebody. I just, it's just a live stream. Me just hanging out. So whoever decides to show up, here it is. So anyway, if we take a look, just open this up in a terminal here. I'm gonna open up Atom in this folder. And here we go. Code, everybody. Let's go look at some code. First things first, I'm going to go into my preferences and make this code where you guys can actually see it. Make the fonts a little bigger. Oh, the fonts already are big on this laptop. Okay. Might actually be a little bit too big, but yeah, let's I don't know. I want you guys to be able to see it, but I also want to take up the whole screen here with it. Let's try 30. Yeah, that right there doesn't look too bad. Okay, so we're gonna go with this. So right here, this is it right here. This is a Flask app, and it's really not that fancy at all. So what this is, I basically kind of built a static site generator is pretty much what I've done here, if you can think about it like that. Now, for the videos, for example, what we're doing, this is the test version here. This part up here is what would be commented out in production. What this does is does an API call to YouTube, gets the data back, parses the data, and then what it does is it goes down here and it creates a list of them. See, for video and feed entry, we get the video data, and we make a we make all these details about the video, the description, and that kind of thing. And then what we do is we pass those into the templates. So that's what we do there. The About Me page is, kind of the same thing. Pretty much all this is kind of standard. And, this right here, this is supposed to be running development, so it's, debug mode on. This right here, or this freeze.py, this is actually really interesting. Now, I have to be careful because I could show my login credentials if I scroll over to publish this. But what we do is we actually take these, and what we do is we actually take these and we upload the files automatically. So we FTP them using secure FTP to the web page, right? But first what we do is we pass our application right here. So we import main, and then we take our app and we freeze it using Flask Frozen. And so that's how that works. And here, by the way, is the example API data from the API we're using. So the YouTube's got like 50,000 APIs, but this one doesn't require any API key or anything like that, and it's really simple to use, and that's always nice. So that's because of that, no API key, easy to deal with. We just deal with that, right? Well, this has all the information we need. It has the links to the videos and the video IDs, so we can automatically embed those. So here, if I go over here, we go to the templates folder, for example, we go to the videos. What we're going to get here, we extend base, which kind of builds our base of our page out. We get we take our title and we put that in the right place. We go ahead and say videos for the page, and then we do 4 video in videos as a for loop here, right? And we go ahead and we create a card, a materialized card for each of the videos. We can create in the card content a video container that then in turn places the video itself. So if we look over here, you see we pass in our video URL right here for our source, and that's the player URL, right? And we build an iframe of it. This right here is where we pass the description, and we're passing HTML in this, so we actually need to declare it safe. And we actually need to declare it safe here, so that way it doesn't actually try and escape the HTML. We have a button down here which goes to the YouTube link. That right there is actually to YouTube's view of it, right? We have a button that does that, and we end the for loop and we end the block. As far as the base template goes, this is the other stuff that surrounds it. So we have the doc type HTML, the blockhead, all this right here. You get the idea. And if we come down here, this is what actually generates the nav content right here, block nav. And then right here, this generates all the navs. This does it for the mobile right here. And then the desktop side is right here. So if you're on a desktop, second one is yours, otherwise it's the first one. We pass our content into this, our footers here, and you get the idea. This is our base right here. This is the home page. It's pretty simple, but it's pretty cool. Now, if we look over in the build folder, that's where everything that's built goes. So I build them with .php extensions, but that's so I can escape them with the way I have Apache set up, so you don't have to put .php at the end, because I find that really annoying. But yeah, anyways, so that's that case. So I think that's pretty cool. And yeah, so guys, that's something I've been working on here. And yeah, so hopefully you guys kind of are interested in that. But anyways, so yeah, I'm probably only going to do this 3 more minutes, but what I'm going to do real quick here, just want to show off the local on the 8 emulator that I've been playing with again, kind of show how it works. It's very interesting. And so let's do that here. First things first. Okay, we're going to do We're gonna open up Chromium. Hey guys, it's me. All right, but anyways, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go real quick and set up the local on the 8s. This is actually a really nice um, little emulator which actually pulls from some nice weather APIs and actually makes something that looks very close to what you see on the Weather Channel. I mean, you can, if you're like me and you have an attention to detail, you can kind of detect very slight differences, but in the way it does things. But we're talking very slight things. A normal human being would not be able to tell. Okay, you put in your zip code. Well, I put in the wrong zip code, but who cares? I put in somebody else's zip code, but so there you go. You guys can see it running there. It's pretty cool. And yeah, so now, but yeah, you can see the radio, the radar. It automatically pulls the forecast at us, so it's talking about tonight and all that. And I have the audio turned off from the laptop, but you can probably hear a little bit of it leaking in through my mic. But it actually plays the local on the 8s music if I turn that on. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, I'll mute that again. So some of it's going to probably leak through on my mic. I can just mute the speakers on this thing here. But anyways, it's pretty cool, you know. Pretty realistic. You can see here on the end, at the end here, it does the Weather Channel thing at the end. There it goes. See, it's a hashtag. It's amazing out there, the Weather Channel, and then it resets here. Now the interesting thing about this, that's the zip code I put in. Interesting thing about this is if you play it, each time it gets a different background image. It keeps updated with the current weather information. You can change the scroll text. But here's the interesting thing. If you want this to loop, push the Weather Channel button. And there you go. It will loop for you. This is open source on GitHub. I didn't write it. I wish I had. I actually was trying to write my own emulator, and then I found this thing, and I'm like, forget it! I don't need to write it! But I may end up writing at least some changes to this one and committing them back. Because there is some things I think would be good for them to do. Like, they've got support for alerts in some of the code, but it doesn't seem like when there's alerts in effect that it actually shows them. And from what I was reading on the GitHub page, that's because they haven't actually got the code that does that all working properly yet. So I think what I might do, considering alerts is my specialty, is to try to go in there and take their alert code, fix it so that it supports that, and then, commit those changes, and be a nice open source fan and be like, here, free code. Here you go. So that might be kind of a fun idea. But yeah, no. Oh, I haven't seen this background before. And just look at this background. That's a pretty cool background right there, folks. I have not seen that background before. That is cool. I don't know what the don't know why that I haven't seen that one before, because I thought I had seen all the backgrounds, guys, that was out there on the local on the 8s, right? Emulator, because it only cycles through so many photos, but apparently not. So what I think would be really cool, but it's probably like a copyright issue, is if they took Photos API and then picked random photos. That would be so cool if they did that. I think that would be really fantastic. So maybe they should do that. Maybe I'll submit a patch to do that. Who knows? But yeah, I'm probably gonna end this in a minute though, because we've been going for almost 40 minutes now, and I'm kind of tired of being on the air. So let me just go look at the chat, see if anybody's talking, see if anybody's got anything they want to talk to me. Oh, there is. No, Josh, Carmen is not joining me. Let's see here. Do a live walkthrough and installing and configuring FreePBX, please. I could probably do that tomorrow. I don't have a free PBX system that I could just spin up really quick for that, but I could do that and then set that up. Why are you using HTTPS on your website? What are you doing that has the need for encryption? Well, nothing really, but I it's a Let's Encrypt cert. Okay, they're free, and so the way I look at it is, why not do it? The other thing too is as a kind of player, someone that likes to play with web development. Let's put it that way. There is some features that Google Chrome, for example, and the other browsers have said we will only support, like WebSockets, for example, if you're on HTTPS. There's different things like that. And so there is some stuff that I'm in the process of building that does require HTTPS to work at all in most of the modern browsers because they simply say, hey, we're going to make you use HTTPS to do that. I think after the days of let's encrypt, uh, certs are free. They're automatable to be generated and installed. I don't really see why you wouldn't use that. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, why wouldn't you? The barrier to entry is a lot less complicated than it used to be. Um, do you watch or listen to? Did you watch or listen to this week's episode of Security Now? Yeah, I did. I'm a big fan of Security Now. For those that did not know that, and yeah, of course I did. Um, But anyways, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the broadcast here. I might do another one tomorrow, actually, over free PBX, thanks to Josh's suggestion. So thank you very much for that, Josh. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys see a local on the 8s, and I'm going to sign off. Thanks for joining me.